Long time since I did one of these videos, but I built up a new bike, so might as well talk about it. And also I got a lot of questions from the last season and about nuke proof, the contest season and everything like that. So I tried to cover everything today and also go through my whole bike. This is actually one of my favorite builds, so I'm super excited to start riding on it and yeah, just walk it through. So before we get into the bike check, I'm just gonna answer some questions that I got during the year, because actually most of them has been about the nuke proof deal, because I had it for 1 year and then I switched bike again, and yeah, it's kind of weird for me as well. So what happened was kind of complicated. I'm not gonna get into the fine details because I don't know them, but something with the company that run out of money and they lost a super big investor or something, and then it was a big concern of a lot of brands like Bikes there, which I also ride for, was in that same concern as well, so that also disappeared. I think nuke proof, they had to drop all of their team riders, even those who had contracts for this year as well. It was when you watch the fine print in the contract, and if something huge happens, then it can just end in the middle of it, and basically that was what happened. Even though I had a great season on nuke proof bike and I would have loved to continue riding on them, yeah, couldn't work out because of the whole thing. Also, a lot of people have been asking me about the contest season, if I'm gonna go back to Crankworks and well, yeah, everything about that. And actually last season I was kind of over it and was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Canada and to the event just to have fun on my bike. Nuke proof also encouraged that, do the bike cams, do everything in the sport, but contests is just extra. So I felt really no pressure, and I only went to have fun on my bike. And it's kind of weird because at Big White in Canada, I had that mentality, and I didn't go to some of the practice sessions because I didn't feel like riding, and everything was based on my feeling, but of course I practiced my tricks before. I just tried to get into a better mental space that I was in before, without stress, and just riding for fun. Somehow it worked out and I ended up second in the contest, and yeah, kind of weird because I didn't even plan to go to Silver Star after, which was the next gold event in the season. So I just went there with the same mentality, also ended up on the podium. That made me be alternate for Innsbruck in about 1 week. So I'm gonna go there, just ride my bike, have fun. If it goes well, I'm stoked. If it not, whatever. Just gonna have fun, make some videos probably, and just enjoy my time on the bike. So I will continue competing as long as I think it's fun. If I don't enjoy it, I won't do it. So yeah, that's the mentality. And also, because I just wanted to have fun on my bike, I did some other things like doing some big bike events with I did a fronty on the Crabapple whip-off jump, which was super unexpected for me myself. I had done some big fronties during the season on my bike, and I just wanted to send it there, and I'm stoked I did because it worked out good. And yeah, it's so weird when you let go of the pressure, you kind of get a bit more, you get a different input into your riding, and then you do different kind of stuff. So in the end of the season, I also went to the Prague Invitational and did the skinny drop, which was, I think, probably one of the scariest moments of my life on my bike. Crazy, actually. And then when I landed, actually cracked my frame. I don't know if I show it in the video before, because I was in shock and I didn't see it. And people came to me after, like, have you seen this? But yeah, I'm gonna show you actually. So here's the frame, bent it here and also under here. So I landed, and then because of the pressure and the crack here, the back wheel hit the seat, so I kind of went forward, went off track, and then crashed at the bottom and hurt my shoulder a bit. So I was actually off the bike for about 2 months after that. But yeah, I'm still stoked I did it. So the plan for the season is obviously go to Innsbruck now, as I said, and then head out to Whistler, I think. Maybe ride a whip-off, maybe ride the event if I'm in for a joyride. That would be really cool, actually. I love the atmosphere there, and like there's so much people watching, so it's just crazy. And then probably do some more big bike events, which I'm stoked on. And one last thing before we get into the bike check. From the 4th to the 7th July, I'm gonna be at Åre Bike Festival. We're gonna have a pump track clinic. Me and Eloflin are gonna do it together. And also we're gonna do a whip off on the Saturday. So if you're in Sweden or if you're not, you could travel here, get to the festival, have some fun on the bike. It's gonna be super relaxed, just a lot of big bike riding and yeah, good times basically. Okay, so we're getting into the bike check now. It's actually a cachet bike. I just painted it white because I wanted it to look super clean and with the matching RockShox Pike fork. So I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Reverse Components because they pretty much kit my whole bike with parts. So as you can see, I ride the Reverse Black One rims, the silver edition, and then also the Reverse lead handlebar with the Black One. I ride the titanium stem, like matching the wheels, pretty cool. And then my favorite seat. I've tried a lot of different seats actually, and somehow this fits my like knees and everything when doing bar spins. It just feels so good when pinching and everything, so I'm super stoked on that. And then just Reverse Nico Wink seat post. Really like the look of that one as well. Then I have Truative Descendant cranks. Obviously, Reverse Black One. I think I have the titanium pedals there as well. A bit more lightweight and it sounds cooler with titanium, so I use those. And then the chain, I have a white, I think it's a Dartmoor chain or something like that. Pretty cool. Yeah, on the back you see the Black One rim, super cool. I have the Michelin Pilot Slope tires, I think they're called. For the gyro, use the Odyssey G2 maybe, M2. But I have the double cable on top, and then I have a blank BMX gyro, and then on the back I have the Avid BB7 reverse disc as well. Yeah, what else? Also, a lot of all the Dirtjump geeks ask about the modifications, and we already went into the crank stopper. And the crank stopper I use is actually some kind of part from a plumber. I don't know what they do with it, but I guess they put it around pipes. But I put it here on the inside of the cranks, because when I stand left foot forward, it will pinch a bit more if I have it back like this here, because it's gonna be tighter. And then if you would ride right foot forward, I recommend it put it on the other side, because it will pinch a bit more with the other foot forward. So then I put tape on the end of my handlebars and the grips for two different reasons actually. One is to, when I do bar spins, I usually get the grip like it tangles up in my hand. So if I do more than like 2 bar spins, I usually like get the grips like in my hand almost. And then on the outside, I do it when I do tables and stuff, because sometimes when it's stuck in your shirt, it slides off way easier if there's something like slidable material on the edge. Also, another modification is that I have some grip tape on my cranks on the side up which I ride. Because if you ride in slippery weather, like if it's muddy outside, your shoes will be so wet and you will just slide off when doing tail whips and other kind of tricks. So yeah, that's one I could recommend as well. So another thing is that I have a kind of grip on the brake lever, because when I do truck whips and some bar spin combinations, sometimes I catch a bit here, and then you still have grip to like throw a tail whip around, or yeah, it doesn't hurt as much either if you like cut your fingers on it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everyone. It was a long time since I did one of these talking videos, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do more in the future. And if you made it here, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching, and yeah, hopefully see you somewhere around in the world someday this year.
Yeah, look, I'm in line with the stars, I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad, let up ties in the hearse. I've been on the vibe.